Okay, so this channel is almost 2 years old. My 22nd birthday is near, and I've been on the internet for officially 10 years now. So I thought to myself, what video do I make to celebrate such milestones? Like, I cannot just make a normal video. And I was thinking a bit. I mean, I'm an anime-centered channel. But I also wanted to do some some reflecting on my time on the internet. So I've decided I'm just going to rank every fandom that I've ever been in the form of a tier list. So let's do just that. I forgot what transition I was doing, so yeah, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so let's start with discussing the tiers. So, top tier is best. I mean, honestly, they're all very self-explanatory though, aren't they? Best, great time, it's okay, meh, this was shit, and we don't talk about it, which is reserved for the worst of the worst. So, let's start with number 1, Rayman. This was my very first fandom. And it was mainly because, okay, look, I was an autistic 12-year-old, and I really loved this game when I was that age. At first I did not get it. It looked pretty stupid. It looked like a ripoff of Mario. But the more I looked, the more I was like, hey, this is pretty fun. And so the brain rot went on for, I believe, a year or so. Yeah, it went on for a year, I believe. And no, wait, actually it was 2 years. It was 2 years. But so it was actually the very first fandom I was in, and my favorite character was Glowbox. And I was also doing digital art for the first time because of this. I mean, I did digital art before, but this is the time when I really took it seriously. And it was also the same time I made my very first DeviantArt account. It was 2015. So yeah, it's just like that. Personally, I'm fine with it. I think it's okay. It is not exactly eventful. I don't really remember much of it. I just knew pretty good people, though over the years I found out that some of them were shitty, but I still had great times. I hope that the people I was friends with at the time are doing okay now. I just hope they have a good time still, and I had a great time as well. Thank you for being my first fandom, I guess. So next, Candy Crush. How do I even explain it? It was not exactly like I was active in the fandom. I was just doing art. Like, I did a lot of art for that game for some reason. Look, I know that it does not really have much depth now, and it's just matching candies, which it was at the time too, but I promise the 2017 version, like the 2016-2017 version, actually had lore, and it was actually pretty fun to get into some cutscenes while things were the game was progressing. The fandom itself, though, I will say it is meh, mainly because I actually had no exposure to it whatsoever. And before you ask if the silly candy matching game even has a fandom, yes it does. Why are you even surprised? Anything has a fandom. Well, Crash Bandicoot. I got into this after after my short-lived Candy Crush brain rot was happening. Basically my sister bought the Insane Trilogy, and I was curious eventually. She was also really watching the videos that people made, mainly fan animations, and I thought they were pretty funny, and I ended up getting into the fandom myself. There are friends I made when I was in this fandom, and we are still friends. I wouldn't say I had a great time. I actually will say that this one is meh tier. It was a great game. It was a great series, but I just don't care about it anymore as much. I have no fond memories whatsoever. Candy Crush here as well. Anyway, it wasn't unpleasant, but it wasn't really pleasant either. And I was an immature child at the time, and a lot of the things were kind of reflected in that. Also, much like with the Rayman fandom, a lot of people that I've encountered here turned out to be really shitty. There's just a small percentage in the fandom that actually were good people. Which brings me to the next one, which has to be my worst era of all time. So, if you knew me back when I was in this fandom, no you didn't. I am not proud of my time in that fandom at all. I literally dub it my cringe era, and I still cringe to this day about the fact that I was a fucking Cartman apologist. Yeah, I was one of those. Look, I was a dumb 16-year-old. I frankly have no way to defend any of my bullshit from that time. I harassed people, I made call-out posts. Very ironic though, considering that I am now the very person that 16-year-old me would have wanted dead. How things change, huh? Anyway, next one. I think it was okay. Like, it's not exactly anything to write home about. It's just mid. It's okay. Like, I had a good time there. I was still pretty cringy, but I actually started to get a bit more of a brain, like, if that makes sense. Like, it was really fun. Shipping the characters was fun, and it actually did get me out of my anti-Fujo phase, even if I didn't have the balls to admit such. Though, let's talk about JoJo's now. I know that the people who knew me at the time knew that I was really into part 4, really shipped the Nijimura brothers. Oh. Which I also made a sticker of recently, if you are interested in that. But yeah, I say I had a great time in this fandom. It was really fun. It was also the very first time when I actually had the balls to admit that I actually like the problematic content. And I accept the character development. Okay, so next is Demon Slayer. Same thing as JoJo's. Had a great time. I heard it's become shit lately in the fandom, but fortunately I haven't been there to experience it. Most recent one though, Black Butler. I say same thing. There is two things I realized upon editing the video. One, I realized that I forgot to mention Sonic. I actually got into that before I got into JoJo's. I think that I had an okay time there. So it is on the same tier as Rayman. But yeah,